Employees are embracing BYOAI, bring your own AI to work, with or without employer approval. Employers are still suffering from a lack of skills. Dell plans to color code employees based on office attendance. And the story continues about that mysterious GPT-2 chatbot. All this and more on the Rumors and Research Reports edition of #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. A new joint research report from Microsoft and LinkedIn shows that employees are enthusiastically embracing AI to help them in their jobs. And they aren't waiting around for their companies to provide the tools. An overwhelming 75% of knowledge workers globally report that they're using generative AI at work. But this usage is often bringing their own AI tools, with 78% saying they're pursuing a bring your own AI or BYOAI approach. Meanwhile, there appears to be some hesitancy and lack of strategic vision from business leadership. While 79% of the leaders believe AI adoption is critical for staying competitive, a full 60% worry their organization lacks a clear implementation plan or vision for AI. The report also notes the rise of what it calls AI power users. These are employees using AI several times per week or more, with 92% of them saying it boosts their creativity and 93% feeling it allows them to focus on higher priority work. Power users report saving over 30 minutes per day through AI assistance. Despite some reluctance at moving forward, employers seem to be taking note of AI skills, with 2/3 of them saying they would not hire a candidate without any experience in this domain. In fact, 71% would opt for a less experienced applicant with AI capabilities over someone more seasoned but lacking those skills. The report claims AI usage has nearly doubled in the last 6 months. It's clear this phenomena is going mainstream in the workplace. As one researcher put it, employees want AI and they aren't going to wait. The hard part is going to be ensuring its responsible strategic use by companies. We get a lot of research reports, some of which are of marginal value. This is one of the exceptions, and we've put a link to the full report in the show notes at technewsday.ca. Another report that caught our attention was on a related topic, this time from search firm Robert Half, another firm that we regard as developing some credible research. In their report, Building Future-Forward Tech Teams, they have some key findings. The skills gap has become more apparent. More than half of technology leaders surveyed, that's 52%, say they have a skills gap within their department. 48% feel the skills gap has a greater impact today compared to a year ago. This skills gap threatens business priorities. A limited pool of available talent and significant technology skills could place priority projects in peril and risk negatively impacting business needs. Nearly all tech leaders, 92%, reported challenges finding skilled talent, and nearly 6 in 10, or 58%, predict a significant hiring challenge will be the lack of applicants within the skill sets needed to support essential initiatives. The need to solve the skills gap has accelerated with the emergence of new AI capabilities. As shown in the report, 79% of tech leaders plan to implement initiatives involving AI this year, with 47% citing a lack of staff with AI skills as the biggest barrier to success. In fact, AI and machine learning topped the list of skills where tech managers say gaps are most evident, with more than half, or 52%, reporting this for their department. And for a classic lesson on how not to manage the employee skills gap, Dell Technology is rolling out a new system to monitor and grade hybrid employees based on how often they come into the office. Starting next week, the computer giant plans to track employee badge swipes and VPN usage to determine their level of on-site presence each quarter. Employees will then be assigned a color-coded rating, with blue being consistently on-site, green regular on-site, yellow some on-site, and red limited on-site. The program is part of Dell's push for hybrid workers to be in the office at least 39 days per quarter, essentially 3 days a week on average. While managers seem to have differing interpretations, sources say the implication is that the employees need to maintain a blue or green status to meet expectations. Red flags could potentially hinder career growth and make employees more vulnerable to layoffs. Dell says the in-office requirements aim to drive innovation and value by combining flexible remote days with critical in-person collaboration. Now, this return to office mandate has been contentious since it first was announced in February. At that time, Dell stated remote workers would face disadvantages like limited career mobility. However, multiple Dell insiders told the publication The Register that the tracking seems more unusually strict for a company that previously allowed more flexibility around office culture and schedules. Critics are slamming the policy as overly aggressive monitoring akin to going back to grade school. They allege the real intent is to drive workforce attrition through indirect pressure. One referred to it as Dell on Earth. While details are unclear, sources indicate that Dell may use the data to facilitate further layoffs in addition to the at least 13,000 employees let go already this year. The company is navigating an economic slowdown, reporting revenue down 14% to $88 billion for fiscal 2024 amid softening tech demand. You might remember the story we did earlier on the I'm Good GPT-2 chatbot model that appeared briefly on the LMSYS benchmarking site before disappearing, only to resurface again recently. This prompted more speculation that it could be an early test version of GPT-5 from OpenAI. OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman still is adding fuel to the fire with some cryptic posts on X, formerly Twitter, referencing GPT-2 and the chatbot's name, leaving people wondering if OpenAI was behind this mysterious model. Some who've managed to get some time to evaluate the model have posted their findings, which reveal some impressive and puzzling capabilities of this mysterious model. One user, Min Choi, was able to create a fully functional Flappy Bird game clone using just a simple prompt and 3 images fed to the chatbot. This showcases a strong multimodal skill in this new model and understanding natural language instructions alongside visual data. Perhaps more remarkably, the model succeeded in solving a challenging freshman-level physics problem that even the powerful GPT-4 could not crack. This hints at enhanced reasoning abilities over the current leading language models. However, the chatbot's performance is not consistently superior. While it retrieves relevant information rapidly, its text generation speed of about 250,000 tokens per minute is actually quite slow compared with modern AI benchmarks and OpenAI's own models. One screenshot circulating online claims to show the model accessing data directly from OpenAI's website, raising eyebrows about its possible affiliation with the AI research company. So the rumors continue, and overall assessments of its general capabilities are mixed. If this is a preview of GPT-5, it must be an early version. Altman has repeatedly said GPT-4 will soon be the worst of OpenAI's models, so we should expect some major differences when OpenAI releases GPT-5. But the possibility of OpenAI doing some early stress testing of future models or features like multimodal and search can't be ruled out. And that's our show. Hashtag Trending goes to air 5 days a week with a weekend interview show we call the Weekend Edition. We're on YouTube with an audio version and an experimental video version where you can see me reading the news. You can reach us with comments, suggestions, or even criticism at editorial@technewsday.ca. You can also find the show notes on the podcast page of technewsday.ca and even play the latest shows there on the homepage. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a thrilling Thursday.